So, good morning. If you watch this later on, this is like 3 a.m. and I'm awake. I've been awake for quite some time, actually. And I was calling myself trying to go to sleep, but it was just like, how your mind just keeps going and just keeps going and you can't sleep. So I said, why not get on here? Because maybe, this will wear you out a little more than what I was doing. So if you watch this in the replay, do you ever have those issues like, it's like you're trying to sleep, but you just can't sleep? Are you one of those people? My skin, if I look a little shiny, it's because I got oil on my face. So anyway, hi Jenny. Hi Elise. Hey Lisa. How are you? Yes, a late night. This is like crack of dawn. Hi Michelle. How are you? It's one of those. It's one of those. I've been up for a couple of hours, and I said, okay, you not me yet. So I said, you might as well go live. Maybe this talking to people will tire you out and let you go to sleep. So this is my intention. So I was sitting there putting perfume all over myself. And yeah, just doing the usual. Hi, Maria. Yes, gang, gang, gang. Insomnia, gang, gang, gang. So let me show y'all something I got today. You're going to be so proud of me. I bought a discovery set, an Amouage discovery set. And if this isn't pretty, is this not gorgeous? Let me show y'all. And the presentation, Amouage has great presentation. Look at this. They give you a whole little booklet about all of the fragrances in here. So I have 7 of them in here. And yeah. So yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. So I'm starting to play with this already. I got it earlier today. I was like, yes, let's try this stuff. Let's try it. Because I am kind of into the Amouage thing. I have 2 on my hands, not on that are in here. Mm. It is. These 2 are really good. The thing with Amouage is they have the ones um, that are really beautiful, elegant fragrances that you can like go yes, and then they have the other side of Amouage is really complex, and you have to wear it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, to say, "Am I really gonna like this stuff?" And so yeah, so that these 2 are some of those that I had to like smell a few times ago. Yep, I like. Yes, it is because I ain't been doing nothing. I haven't been doing anything. Yes, thank you, Jenny. I'm gonna fluff it out and do something with it, and then I am going to put it back down again because I'm sure. But what I'm gonna do is put on some makeup sometimes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This whole being at home, working from home, not really doing anything, yeah, it just kind of like has you going. So I'm getting better though. At least I smell good. I smell lovely right now. I smell so good all the time. There's one of these in here that I really want to try. Hold on, let's see. This is the one I really wanted to try. Blossom Love. Did they even say what the notes are on this one? I love being home, but then it just like I gotta get myself together. That's what I have to do. Okay, so this is Blossom Love. Let's just try it on. Blossom Love reveals the romance of a perfumed secret garden where the light, sweet, and delicate. I know you at work, Michelle. Nature of cherry blossom nectar marries with rose to reveal inner boldness and memorable heart caressed by the exotic sophistication of Lang Lang. This floral love story is embraced by the seductive allure of amaretto tonka bean. Ooh, amaretto. They did not make it 2 weeks, but they made it over a week. I just took them down Tuesday. See, I didn't do too bad. Say you was looking way too natural, right? See what I'm saying? So, I'm right there with you. Okay, so let's see how this smells. Blossom Love. Do I have any more little papers? This doesn't have anything on it. I need to cut up some more papers because I refuse to buy those little fragrance test strips anymore. Hmm, interesting smell. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to put this on my list again. Well, let's see how it smells. Oh, she's pretty. Mm-hmm. Right, the amaretto sounds nice. I don't do minty. Minty is not my style, honey. I can tell you right now, I can't help you with that one. But if you are looking for something minty, honestly, Jenny, look at some of the men's fragrances. Fragrances tend to move in that direction, like the minties and the green smellings and stuff like that. You'll find a lot of them over there. Pineapple. Now I'm gonna tell you a great pineapple. I haven't bought it yet. Gallagher's pineapple. Even if I live there, I just don't like the smell of mint. I just don't. Um, yeah, because I just don't like the smell of it on me. And I don't like the smell of mint. I like mint in my like peppermint. This is really pretty. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. Yep, I'm gonna need this one. Let's try this one on. I've got Interlude, Journey. Let's try this one on. She's pretty. However, I will say this, and I am doing decants to this one, Jenny. You might like this one. Hold on, let me show you. I'm doing this is the Blossom Love. Oh yeah, I need this one. This is definitely um this is definitely a very feminine. And I'm smelling that sweetness, but it's oh shit. Amouage is killing me. That's my niche love right now. Amouage. I like Parfums de Marley too. I like a few of them, but Amouage, y'all know. Okay, let me quit lying. Y'all know I love Mancera, but Amouage, on that next level is killing me because they're very complex. Okay, so here's what I was going to tell you about Banana Republic Pure White. This is, yeah. Um, this is so good. If you're looking for something like, hold on, I closed my door. The kittens are crying at my door. Emotional support kitten. Come on. When you start crying. You want to come over here? Sorry. Yes. How you doing, Mama? You can come up here. Hey, Mama. I need to take her down because this heifer is so curious. She'll be like, "Ooh, how can I get up there?" Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's because this is fruity floral. This is sweet and floral. But anyway, what was I saying? Jenny, this is good. This is Banana Republic 90 Pure White. This is it's a really fresh smell. It's got vetiver. This is like good for the heat. It's very fresh. It's very refreshing on the skin. You'll like this one. And that's something for me because I don't really like those kind. Normally, I don't like that kind of fresh, kind of greenish kind of scents, but I like that pure white 90. Okay, I gotta remember because this is interlude, and I know I'm getting this one. Um, yeah, this Blossom Love is gorgeous. Yes, yes. Um, yes, the Mancera train is like really easy to get on because they're so inexpensive to get and there's such a huge amount of them. So it's like Mancera is like, yes. I really love them. They're, and like I said, I've been really trying to like find the more feminine side of Mancera and promote that, because if you look online, it's primarily men talking about Mancera, and all you're hearing is about the ones that are very, and even the ones I've seen women talk about, they talk about the ones that are kind of more on that unisex, Coco Vanilla. I told you that's so good. You know, so I'm like, so when I look at the ones that I'm trying to get from Aunt Sarah, I'm really trying to find the ones that lean feminine, because not enough of those are promoted. It's always the ones like the ones that I see in groups and stuff is the ones that are, men and masculine and everything. Kylie just love to sit on stuff. She's a tree cat because she always want to be up on stuff. Um, so so I'm looking at, because I know the new trend is to be like, oh, everybody can wear everything, and you can wear masculine since I don't, that's not my style though. And I think it's important that we find the things that are good for us, and be okay, and that because we're getting to this point where we're being told that there gender is no such thing and all this other stuff, which makes you feel like you shouldn't be, and that's always been a problem, because we're getting to this space where it's like, oh, gender, yeah, yeah, but honestly, it's just another way to discount being feminine. I know we're trying to say masculine, but it's another way to discount being feminine. It's like now we're trying to be unisex. We can't be too feminine. Why can't we? Why can't we be okay with being women and being girly, or and the thing is, feminine is not just being girly. Feminine is about a certain things about us that are inherently part of us because of the nature of women. Not to say that men don't have these aspects, not to say that we as women don't have, certain aspects that are, are masculine. Of course, we have both parts of us, but if you lean toward the feminine side, it shouldn't be bad if you're a woman. It's okay if you're a man, though. I'm just saying. But if you're a woman, it's like you're treated so like, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay to be nurturing. It's okay to be into your home. It's okay. The thing about being feminine is about your creative side, your nurturing side, your all those things that make us who we are. And it tends to be discounted, the things that are inherently feminine, like when actually you can't have a world without both sides. Okay, I'm done. I have my moments, the middle of the night I get philosophical. It's either middle of the night or when I'm tipsy. It's one or the other. It's either I'm tipsy as hell or it's middle of the day. Um, See, that's my thing, Michelle. Exactly. I mean, it's like, because I know people, and I get it that, fragrances will smell different on a man than a woman, but I just like the stuff that, sweetie, tipsy is your favorite. Yeah, yeah. Whew. I am who I am. Uh, let me look that up for you because I don't remember the notes, Jenny. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me spray it. I just spray it. Uh, yeah, exactly. And I like them on a man. I just don't want to wear them. You know what I'm saying? I love some. Yeah. Um. Okay. So it's it's not the Friday wine nights. I might start doing those again. You know, this year has taken me so out of whack. Um, we might have to do those. If I could get lights on the porch, we could do Friday night wine nights. You know, on the porch. So once I get my porch, lit up and everything, we can sit out. I can sit out there and drink my wine at the end of the night. Okay. It's a very fresh smell on me. Like when I've worn it, I've been wearing it for the last few days off and on, because I bought a bunch of Banana Republic, and it's just really it's citrusy, but not too citrusy because I don't like super citrusy fragrances. But it's citrusy, but it's really clean, and the lavender isn't strong because I don't like the sense of lavender on me like that. I like lavender for its hit properties. I don't like a whole lot of lavender, the scent. So this is very clean, it's very fresh. Yeah, the lavender isn't super strong. So it's a very clean, fresh, and it's not that super citrusy. I don't remember Libra. I have smelled Libra, Michelle, but I don't remember it because it was like last year, and I don't have a sample of it. Um, so honestly, I cannot say. I remember I wasn't like inspired to want it. I wasn't inspired to want it. I know that. Yeah, Mongerline, I think some things I think are worth the hype. Some things I'm like, nah, it's okay. I don't know. And I can be anti-hype. Hey, Londa, and I can be anti-hype. You know who y'all people, y'all been around. You know who I am. I can be pretty anti-hype because I feel like this with the enormous amounts of fragrance out here. Everybody this is an issue I have when I watch videos, especially when it comes to the women's videos with the enormous amount of fragrance out here. Girl, I can't sleep. You can't find but these seven to talk about all the time. I'm like, and you know what? It's funny because moving from the makeup side to the perfume side, I see the hype trains just like it used to be on the makeup side. Everything has hype trains, and there's the hype trains, and then it's like this is the hot fragrance, this is the hot fragrance, this is the hot fragrance, and everybody's talking about it, and that's it. Right? Hello, Londa. Join us, darlings. Um, oh yeah, that blossom love is beautiful. Oh yeah. Mm. I have a few things. So the decants are doing well. I'm really happy with how the decant sales are going. I'm gonna start promoting it a little more. But it's like, I'm happy with it because, and the thing is that's what I was trying. We're gonna have decant list night this later on tonight, Friday night, because I want to kind of go over what I put on the decant list, because the way the decant list is honestly going to work is once I've sold those things that I put the amount I put out, I'm not adding any more, because this isn't about me making this like this business where I'm trying to sell decants all the time. It's just a way to share, that way the way everybody who listens to me, as opposed to you ain't got a blind buy like me. If you want to try it, I'll share it with you. um Yes, I have the Jasmine Whisk. It is on the list now. The list, once you have the decant list, you can always check it and see what I've updated it with, because that's going to be a running list. So once you have the link, you can always check. So Jasmine Wisp is on there because I did get it. I have it. Yeah. So it is on there. And that's what I'm going to do with it, is like, and my sales of it. Hi, Violet Indigo. Yeah, welcome to it. I should be drinking tea. That's what I should be drinking. I should have had got me a cup of tea. Uh, yes. The amethyst one. Shelly, how are you? Um, I hadn't put it on there yet, but I am going to put amethyst on there. Thank you for reminding me. I need to put amethyst because I want to buy another Lalique to try, a few Laliques. And so that's what it is that this will also help me to offset my purchases and mean that I can buy more. So as opposed to coming out of my personal pocket, I am, bringing, because I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to make a whole lot of money off of this. I just want to be able to buy more perfume and then not be out of my, me taking out my paycheck. If I can do a lot of it through, selling off, yes, you do need to try it. If I can, do a lot of this by purchasing, doing this, then it's cool, because then I feel like, okay, yay, I sold some stuff, and now I can, buy some new stuff for us to try. And if it's good, put it on the decant list, because I got a bunch that I'm going to buy right now. Y'all know I always do have a bunch. There's there's a bunch I have. I have a cart. I have two carts going right now. I am like, yes, let me sell a few more things and I can get this one. And then after I sell things, I'll get that one right there. So yeah. Yes. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Listen, look at the Insomniac Club coming in. Insomniac Club coming in. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, so that's kind of why, that's where I stand with the decants. And this stuff costs. So I got to figure out a way to offset some of these costs. And it's just like so interesting, like this, like, there's so much out here that we've never heard of, that might be, because don't you want to, don't you hate when you right, right. I talked to Lisa and I was like, oh, it'll just probably be me and you, but we'll chit chat online. And look at folks just coming in. Um, I like the fact that there's so much out here that you can find that is going to be, um, there's so much perfume out here, so that you don't have to smell like everybody. Because don't you hate that vibe? Like everybody smelling like each other. Like you said, Mon Guerlain, La Vie Belle. There's those, and yes, those are really good perfumes. Not gonna say they aren't, really good quality, but there's enough out there that you don't have to go out and smell yourself every time you go out. I did see our good friend Jax has a new video up. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna do a watch party. Um, I said, yeah, there's a couple there, and being in these perfume groups, I'm hearing about some other ones. I'm about to get another discovery set for. Oh, well, see, you good. It's only 10:19. Honey, it's three something here. It is 3:18 here. Um, so yeah, because I've seen a couple of things I want to try. And I think I'm going to have to do like sample nights too. So we can say, okay, samples. I'm going to do a whole Amouage night though. I know I'm doing Amouage collection because I got my full size and my travel sprays. I'm going to go over the samples that I have, trying out, saying which ones I think are going to go on the list to buy. So it'll be that kind of stuff. And there's some other ones that I want to try. So yeah. It can be very addictive though. I mean, like makeup, I think I'm bored with because there's only so much. However, let me just quit lying. Let me quit lying. I am now on the brush kick. So just so y'all know, makeup I might not be buying a lot of this year, but these brushes are going to change up because I'm going to start decluttering and, getting sweaty wangy on these brushes. I'm about to go high end on these brushes. I'm sorry. Well, not just high end, but better quality brushes. So I am trying, because I'm still going to keep my Sigmas. I like Smith Cosmetics. Now I like Sonia G. I'm gonna have to try Wayne Goss. Oh yes. I mean, I'll still have a certain amount of them. Reference. Okay. I'm still gonna keep the ones that I like, but I'm going to like declutter some that I'm like, okay, you really don't use these. You don't need to keep these here. Let's upgrade that brush. Because I mean, I do have some that I really like that are very good, like my blush brushes. I do have some from Coastal Scents. I like some of my powder brushes from them. I like but I think crown brushes are nice, and they have a lot of natural hair brushes. So I like crown brushes. And they're very expensive. Speaking of crown brushes, they're having a hi Dre, I haven't seen you in a while. They're having a buy one get one free sale on brushes right now. Code brush sale. I'm just throwing that out there for y'all in case you was looking for some brushes on the not on the collections but on the single brushes. Buy one get one free. I've been good. How you been? Cause I got a cart right now. I have a cart right now. Right. See, that's when you know because when you wind up when you wind up when you running low on brushes and then those are brushes that you look at you be like, oh, and you use them, you like this just ain't the same. This just ain't the same. Does that certain things do you know about? So let's talk just in general about shopping. Um, they haven't really released them. They were going down. We'll see how they go after all the stuff. Yes, the makeup show got us hooked. Look at is it the not the studio collection? I forget which collection it is. I'll give you that one. But did you know? Because we all shop Amazon. A couple of things. Okay, I want to talk about a couple of things since we get in here tonight. I could say some ignorant shit tonight because it's the middle of the night. Y'all know I get ignorant. Okay. Um, the thing with okay, if you shop Amazon a lot and you Prime person, did you know you can have a certain day of the week that your packages come? You can have your Prime your ship date. Cause like I try not, cause I'm trying not to have 17 unless it's something that I really want. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's something that okay, I really want this. Oh, okay, I like that. Unless it's something that I really want, I can leave it because my shipping day is Wednesday. So unless it's something that I'm just dying to have, I'll let everything come on Wednesday. So, I'll say okay, but if I need it right away, then I'll do the Prime Day. If, like say if I buy something tomorrow, if you do the Prime Day, it's not as bad. They're actually getting better about not shipping in 17 boxes. But you have to remember that a lot of times you're buying from different sellers and their stuff is in different warehouses. I've learned this because I have a friend. I have a friend who sells on YouTube, on Amazon. And so that's why you wind up with 17 of them. Prime isn't what it used to be. I'm okay with Prime though. I'm okay with Prime because it has really made my life so much more easy, especially in everything that's happening now. I'm okay. Just I honestly kind of have not been on social media as much because it's so depressing. It's so damn depressing. I'm just leave everybody alone with us. I'm just gonna leave them alone with. I'm just gonna just you go ahead and do your thing, okay? You go ahead and do your thing. Right. Right. I mean, you don't want to, but you also have to remember that Amazon is not just Amazon. It is small business. My friend makes, a nice little piece of money off of Amazon. So, so just remember that, when you're buying from Amazon, it's not necessarily Amazon that you're buying from. You're buying from small vendors who use Amazon's service in order to create a business because they can maintain it. Um, no, but even if you're shopping Prime, a lot of those are not just Amazon companies. Look at the stuff on there. No, it's not. You're buying from different smaller vendors, but they're just coming through Prime. They're just actually a Prime product. But no, you're not, because my friend sells a lot of her stuff is on Prime. It just depends. You have to look, unless it says, sold through Amazon. Uh, yeah, you have to look. Amazon fulfills the orders for Prime. Amazon pretty much fulfills those orders, but a lot of times those are small business. Those are small people who are doing it. Because like I said, my friend sells through Amazon, and there's a process with becoming an Amazon retailer. Right. I need to get some bras. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So the thing is that people don't get that part. With social media and everything, people don't actually delve into something. They'll hear something, go, yes, I'm going to believe that, and just sweeping make this decision, and without any like really understanding something. Speaking of that, let's talk Black Lives Matters. Let me just talk about that for a second. Um, I have an unpopular opinion, so we're gonna spend it out. We're gonna sell it out here when it's in the middle of the night, and it's 14 people on here. You don't have to. Really, Kylie, what are you doing? Don't you go up there, Kylie. I knew she was. Kylie, don't you go up there. I have to watch her. Cause she's looking. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I own Love Tuberose. Um, so Maria, I already have Love Tuberose. It's all right here. No, no. It's on. It's in the decant list. I love Tuberose. That's why her name is Kylie. If I, if she wasn't on my bed, I would show you. She's sitting up here staring. Lisa, you'll understand what I'm talking about. That little white thing, that little column kind of thing in my wall. That little piece. Why is she staring up at it like, ooh? And I had, I keep stuff up there because it's stuff I don't want her to get into. Okay, she sat down. Okay, she good. But she was staring up there like, oh, this is a high spot. Let me get up there. Let me see what's going on. But she's tired. So she sat down. Okay, we good. We're good. But yeah, so right, exactly. Um right now there's an opportunistic thing about Black Lives Matters. Everybody's doing the whole that one. Doing the whole let's, talk about Black Lives Matters. Companies are doing it. And I'm gonna talk about everybody just for a second because this is kind of annoying me. Here's what I noticed. Like, we got this genre of, of course we got, white folks jumping on Black Lives Matters, companies jumping on Black Lives Matters. Okay, stop it. And it's okay not to say that, and I'm not going to say that you shouldn't become aware and feel like, okay, I'm now more aware, this doesn't make sense, let's stop this. I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is the opportunistic vibe of it on every level, because it ain't just white people, it's black folks too. because now I'm seeing people talking about Black Lives Matters. And you notice I don't put this out here and I'm not talking about it because I have my yeah, for clout and stuff. I have my own thoughts about some things, but I'm hearing all these people with all this chatter and all this noise. Like I heard somebody talking about it in reference to, and this is a black person. Look at all these companies, and think about how they don't have us working in their companies and blah blah. Because the big thing now is there's a lot of companies, that don't we not in the executive positions. Y'all didn't know one. Y'all didn't know it. Y'all didn't know that these companies didn't. Like, for instance, I heard that, and I'm going to throw her name out there. Jackie Aina is calling for makeup companies, brands, to tell about how many black people they have in executive positions, blah, blah, blah. How about this? Half a year ago, you told people you didn't want to be that person anymore because people were getting on you because you had stopped doing that. Let's not pretend like you don't know what's going on in these brands. You are at a level now that you know what goes on in these brands. You go to these brand trips, you know about the executives in these companies. And now all of a sudden, because this is relevant and trendy, you want to talk about it now. Don't talk about um, don't talk about ABH now, because were you concerned about their executives when you were signing that contract to do that collab with them? Please don't do that shit now. Don't back now because you trying this a stand. Everybody want to be power to the people. You weren't powering to the people, and then like saying things like, "Oh, you spent your money with these companies and they don't even care about us," but you were spending too. You know, Right, exactly. She cherry picks when she wants to be a voice, and now it's cool to be a voice again. Last year, she didn't want to be a voice. Remember, last year, she was bitching about that she didn't want to be, she was not that person. Leave her alone. She's living her best life. Now, because of the situation, now she want to be the voice again, right? And then somebody else was talking about that, and it's like, listen, this is just the honest thing. Like, for instance, I'm gonna bring this, you know what I'm saying? So don't come now about it because you know about those, you know what's going on in those companies because you've been getting paid by them companies. Okay, Jackie, quit lying because we know you're getting paid. We know you're doing a lot of sponsored videos on the low. You do sponsored videos all the time. You done them with NARS, um, right, right. The Rich Lives Matter because she was working with Jared, right? Because that's when she was working with Two Face. When she was doing now, ABH stuff is coming out with the ABH, but you was cool with ABH. You was cool with Anastasia and what's her name, Norvina, when you was signing that contract and making them coins. It's stop fronting. And like somebody was like, you spending all this money. But when I'm looking at your shit, when you're showing off your red bottom shoes, but now all of a sudden you like conscious, you like power to the people, consciousness. You need to be watching what you spending your money on. Were you thinking about that? No, don't tell people how to spend their money when you were doing the same exact thing. It's okay. It's okay. We can make conscious choices, but let's not pretend like your whole entire life is going to be about black owned brands or that, because it never was and it never will be, just like it ain't about Asian brands or Hispanic brands. The thing about life is to be diverse. I love Indian food. So because I'm black, should I not eat Indian food? Should I not eat this? Should I only eat quote unquote soul food, go to soul food restaurants when I go out? Or can I go, or African restaurants? Can I not go and have me some sushi? It's like, stop that. Let's just say that these brands deserve to be out here, have a place here, all these things. To say that these companies need to have more executives, absolutely. But don't act like you surprised if you already an insider. You knew that shit already. Now, yes, the average consumer doesn't, perhaps, but that's being naive anyway. Because if you think that we are, that we have, like, people of color are really entrenched in these big corporations, well, I got some land I got some swampland in Florida I could sell your ass to. And instead of making these, calling yourself, because nobody will sustain that kind of thing. Instead of doing that, let's just talk about incorporating, as a Black person, more Black companies. Like, for instance, we are all makeup people. All of us use Black, all of us on here, and I know this because we talk about this stuff. We have been using Black owned brands. Uh, but you know what? Here's the thing, and this is just real, Dre. Why do they need to put in the work when they never had to? See, all of a sudden we're saying they need to do this. Can we keep that same energy? But see, the energy that it takes to get them to do that is to honestly divest and stop shopping with them. And that means honestly stop shopping with them. See, people talk about, see, we don't do boycotts the way you're supposed to do them. If you really want to hit them in their pocket, it has to be a sustained boycott. It has to be a sustained economic boycott that makes them look and say, okay, they for real. See, we want to do this one day shit and say, don't do this and don't do that. When reality is, right, because Kat Von D, right, exact. Shelly, say that one more time. Kat Von D. Because when that anti-vax shit shut her down. She virtually lost her company within two things she said online. No, she got it off of that. Right. They want the approval, but they're going to get it. Dre, see, here's the thing. They'll get the approval because we're going to forget. Trust and believe on that. In a year, everybody's going to forget about that. They're not going to be saying, hey, what did happen? Did they get some more executives? Hi, Julie. They're not going to have to do that because we're not going to sustain what needs to happen in order to get that to happen. I'm telling you this. I'm 50 some years old. This is the truth of it. We're not at this point going to sustain it in order for it to happen correctly. Now, and all it takes is doing it to one company and then going to the next, and they'll understand, oh, they fucking serious. As they're serious, they have collectively come together and they are serious, and now we're going to have to be better. But that takes collectivism, and that means not saying, oh, we're gonna boycott for a day. No. 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 You have to say, okay, I'm not going to get this. Now, everybody's talking about Starbucks with Black Lives Matter, saying they can't wear Black Lives Matter t-shirts to work. I get that point from a corporate stance. But of course, then they're saying, well, but you do gay pride. So you can't have it one way. You can't say, you can't do one if you can't have the other. And so that's the problem. Now that is very problematic to me because hey, I see you, Kylie. Oh, she woke up. You can't say one to one. But here's the thing. We're talking about Black Lives Matters, but what other things have they said no to that we're not gonna discuss? You know what I'm saying? I'm bet Starbucks is pretty middle of the road, so I'm sure there are other things that they have said no to. Right, exactly. You can't, right, the stuff you can't see, them corner offices. Uh, right, and no, I read something and they said no, and they've admitted they've said it. No, let me say this. I saw this, and Starbucks has admitted to it because what they said is, and if you read what they said that, well, yeah. Well, let me say this. Gay pride is, what they said was, it was inflammatory. And it is. Gay pride is kind of like, oh, okay, people ain't go, you wear it for a month. Okay, wear it, you got to give. What they said is, in their policy, is that they don't want things that are going to be too inflammatory to their guest. Black Lives Matters is a hot button. So they're saying that you can't wear it. And here's the thing, companies say this all the time. Yes, now we hear about it more, but let's be honest. If you're gonna be mad at them for saying you can't wear Black Lives Matters, are you still not buying from H&M because they put the little black boy and said the cutest, the coolest monkey in the jungle? See, because that's where I got more of a problem with the coolest monkey in the jungle and his stupid mama for letting that shit go through than saying, because this is a hot button right now, please do not wear these shirts to work. Gay pride is a hot button, but from just being honest, from a from a from a business standpoint, it's good business. Just being honest. Now, speaking of gay pride and everything, did you all hear about what Billy Porter said? Because everybody, black folks, is mad about Billy Porter because he said, he said that he made a statement about, that right. Urban Outfitters, which I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them either. So it's like, if you don't pick and choose this, don't say, oh, okay, we're gonna be mad at Starbucks. Like people, I'm gonna get rid of the app. Okay, well you gonna get rid of that app because I'm gonna still go and get my Starbucks. Because let me tell you something about right. Um, I'm tired of Billy, but he made a point. The reality is in the black community, um, we have a serious divide about, the gay. Right. I mean, what now? Here's what I did say because he was not lying. He did not lie. His statement was not a lie. It is a very true statement in the black community that we can be very, listen, I had freshman girls telling me if I got a gay cousin, no, oh no, there's racism in the gay community too. Right, I don't fuck with Chick-fil-A either. Um, right, but okay, but let's just talk about that, Londa. His point is that while we talking about Black Lives Matters, he said that the black community is very anti-LGBT, which is very true. And we cannot ask for Black Lives Matters if we're not willing to be about every black life. And that's very true. It's a true statement. Let's just be honest about it. It is a true statement. Our black community is very anti-LGBT, very as a whole. So he has a point. Now, should he have made this point now? It was bad timing, but it'll always be bad timing for that to come out because black folks don't want to hear that. Let's just be honest. Black folks don't want to admit to that. I had freshman girls telling me, I hate gay people. What? Oh man, yeah, this Blossom Love is beautiful. So it is still out there, and it's a true statement. So was it should he have come out with it now? Maybe not. Maybe once all this furor dies down, that would have been a good conversation to begin. But it will. But the reality is that is who we are. That is who we are. I know. People. I know. Let's just be real about it. And there's other cultures that are, but as a black person, we gotta talk about who we are as black people. And then it's like always, oh, don't say nothing, we gotta sweep it under the rug, No, we don't always have to sweep these things under the rug and deal with it within ourselves, but we don't. That's a dirty little secret in the black community. Oh, that is. So now I think sometimes Billy is too much. But you know what? Billy has gotten to this point where he has a voice and people listen to him now. So he gonna make y'all listen to him. He gonna make y'all listen to him. He like, oh, okay. Well, since we talking, let me just throw this out here. I just like his fashion sometimes, but even his fashions, he goes too far sometimes. I'm like, no, Billy, stop. His fashion choices, right? He really don't. Um, his fashion choices leave a lot to be desired. I'm just saying. Now some of his shit is fabulous, 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 and then some of them are like, so yeah. I'm trying to like straighten up. Right. Um, but not every family's like that. Like I come from a family that has been always been accepting. But I know people that aren't, Londa. You know, yeah, so many of us are very accepting, but there's a whole lot of them that aren't. And you know, I luckily come from a family, and maybe you come from a family that's very accepting and just like, okay, you know, hey, they are who they are. But there's a lot of families that are not. I know people that have dealt with that. I know people who have been kicked out of their homes as teenagers, things like that, because they because of their sexual orientation. So it does still exist, and we have to be honest about it. And the level of violence is there. Now, I mean, I'm sorry, I just got all kind of stuff around me. Yeah, so you know, I mean, it does. Now, like I said, was this a good time for it? I don't know, but you know, hey, he has a platform. People gonna listen. They're gonna post it up. So yeah, yeah. The black trans community got it rough out there. However, I will say this about the black and let me and I'm gonna say I will say this is that, um, and we have to be honest with some of our men. See, some of our men are very transphobic because they're attracted to them. They, a lot of the violence to these trans is because they done some shit with them, and now this is their way of dealing with them. And the reason why I say that is because there is a lot of that going on with women now. You know, there's a lot of violence toward women, so it's translating into the trans community too, because you know, this anger. Um, and I mean that goes across everything, but let's just be honest. It happens. And those are the reasons why it happens. You know, because you know they've done these, because they'll have sex with them and then want to hurt them because I had sex with them, and they're not, you know what I'm saying. It happens. I mean, hell, women can't even not speak to a man without them being hurt, because a man uses the she didn't speak to me as a reason to attack women, or oh yeah, they down low as hell. And so with their, with all of that, I just had some. Okay, with that happening, they then have to lash out at. Take for instance, and I said this, and I don't know if I said it on here or I said it someplace else. But remember when there was that Miami the thing in the gay club where the guy went in there and shot up everybody? Remember that? It was a couple of years ago. I came out before and everybody was talking about it, talking about it. I said, y'all, I said, watch what's about to happen. I said, what's about to come out is that he was not anti-gay. What it was is he was gay and he could not accept what he was. And so he's lashing out at that community. The Pulse shooting, yes. Yep. I said that before it came out. I said it the very same day when it all happened. I said it right then. I said, "Oh, he gay." No, this ain't it. This ain't no bull. This man cannot deal with the fact that he is gay, and now he's coming. Now this is his way of reacting to it. And what happened? Sure enough, Sure enough, it came out that, because it was not the reason why. The reason why was because he couldn't. And that was an unpopular opinion when I said it, because everybody had this. Oh no, this is, no, this was real personal. Right, right, yeah. Listen, the way he came, it was obvious. It was obvious. Yeah, yeah. It came out. Well, what it came out was, that he was struggling with his sexual orientation, and that was part of the catalyst for that whole situation. Yep, 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 yep. It's like, there we go. Yep. And so that's what, and so those are the things that happen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Right. And so those are the things that happen. And that, right, right, right. Because remember, they were trying to say it was ISIS and everything, and trying to say that it was about that. It was like that kind of thing when it actually wasn't. It was because he was struggling with his sexual orientation. Yep, exactly. And then it bubbles up. That self-loathing will get your ass. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think it's important that we do accept everybody, because when you don't accept everybody, this is the kind of shit that bubbles up. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Once you put religion in it, it's a wrap. And that's the thing. And so that's what happens, is that we have to be honest with the fact that um, you know, this has to be addressed, because it will continue to be a problem. Because if we cannot accept, there's going to be those people who are living lives of a life of lies, which eventually bubbles up in different forms, in violence. Hi Amina, how are you? Oh yeah, okay. It bubbles up in things like violence, and drug addictions, and behaviors, behaviors, against yourself, things like that. So it's important that we learn how to accept everybody and their choices, in order for us to have a society, a world that is a little more peaceful. Because there's so much discord in this, and we really need to, like, really stop making women the um, the holder of virtue. You know what I'm saying? Because yep, exactly. We have the holders of virtue, and by that I mean that men have this about have the ability to do these things, and we go, oh, it's a man, and because of that, they feel, women have to, like, it's like the women's fault, or because the women didn't do this, and this has become more prevalent. That whole vibe of men not being able to handle their feelings and process feelings, and then taking it out in violent ways, especially on women, or someone they see as weaker. That has to be addressed in order for this to stop, because that, it's just, ugh. Every time I hear something, wow, see, and it happens so right. And mental health is an issue, and that's a big issue in the Black community. Mental health, and dealing with it, and being out, honestly open to um therapy, and reaching out for help. We really, that's like, that is big taboo. Yeah, I mean, you hear about it all the time, like the girl here. You hear about it so often, it breaks my heart that that people do this stuff. Yes, and we need to be. and the people around us need to be willing to allow us to check ourselves mentally, right? Because so many people around us make people feel bad, or like, oh, something wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with you, because we all have moments, or we might need it just ongoing, you know. Okay, nap queen, I never saw her. That's not natural 85, because I know her husband's over. Exactly, Amina. Wow. Wow, that's not natural 85, is it? Because I know she's going, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, it's like, it's like, yeah, because I know her and her husband broke up too, and they've been together forever. And she a dynamo with making money. Speaking of her, I finally found my stuff. Yeah, and but it happens so much now. It happens more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's all about men. And it's like this whole thing when men can't process their feelings and emotions, and they don't have an outlet, and so then they're doing these violent things, and people are, and because we have this time, we live in a time where people like kind of okay some of the shit that happens to women, and make us the holders of these crazy ass men's problems, like I'm saying. Because, like, for instance, this one girl here in Chicago recently, she went to the college here. This is before all this happened, and this guy killed her, and his reason was because she wouldn't say hello to him. She didn't speak to him. Right, right, exactly, Lisa. He said, and there were a lot of men saying, oh yes, there's been a lot of domestic violence. A lot of men and people were saying, well, she should have just said hello. She should have just said hello. And then it came out he had been trying to hit on her, and she was kind of ignoring him because she didn't want to. And the thing was is that everybody was like, well, if she had just been nicer, why she gotta be fucking nice? Why? If she's not being rude, she wasn't cussing him out. She just was not speaking, or she was kind of ignoring him. And because of that, he felt the need to he killed her. And it happened. And you know what? And the thing is I have experienced those moments. It hasn't, of course, gone to it hasn't gotten to that point, but I have experienced those moments, and I have been a fear just in that moment, like, oh fuck, you know what I'm saying? And that's a sad state of affairs that happens. Literally one time I was walking home, right? I was walking home from my bus stop, just walking, minding my own damn business. Yeah, but hold up. Exactly. So I'm minding my business, walking down the street, um, and this younger guy, he was like, "Yo, can I give you, you walking? Can I give you a ride home?" I said, "No, thank you." Now I'm always polite. Hey, no, thank you. He's like, you sure you don't want? Come on, I just give you a ride. I'm like, "No, baby, no, thank you." He started snapping on me like, oh fuck you, that's why you walking, you ain't got no man to put you in the car. And I'm like, this motherfucker is escalating, right? And so I'm still walking, and he's, luckily, and I saw him turn, so then I'm trying to hurry up and get, because luckily the streets were we have one-way streets, so he had to make a right. And I was like, oh shit, I think he's trying to come back around. So I had to rush to get about in my building so he wouldn't see where I was. um right, 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 they can't handle the rejection. And it wasn't like I was like, nah, motherfucker. I was like, no, no, thank you, I'm cool, I'm walking. You know, it wasn't, I wasn't struggling. It wasn't cold outside. It wasn't any of those things. But because he decided he wanted me to get in his car, how dare you not get in my car? You know, and that kind of thing happens more often than not. I mean, like one time, literally, me and B were walking down the street. This guy was honking, you know, saying something, and we was just walking, and we didn't speak because we was just walking, minding our own business. He swerved his car, got out of his car, and bitch, didn't you hear me saying? This was like years ago, and you know, mama almost came out, and then I had to stop myself because I was like, wait a minute, um, I don't know how far this can go, and I had to think of that in a split second because my immediate reaction was, motherfucker, what is wrong with you? But then I was like, oh, okay, Louise, he could have a gun, you know what I'm saying? But and he just literally just jumped out of his car, cussed us out, and then jumped back in his car. I mean, it was like, bitch this, bitch that, you who you think you too motherfucking good for me, and I mean, it wasn't like we like it. Yeah, and I mean, it happens, and so I understand how it happens because it's happened to me over the years, and that's what's so scary and so sad because in the moments you don't know what can happen. So you know you trying to like even like I say even when you say hey no thank you and you're very polite, that don't mean that person ain't gonna still come at you because it was like I was polite. It wasn't like I cussed at this guy. I'm like very polite with people. I'm like, hey, no, you know, I speak to people, hey, how are you? If you no, no, really, I'm not interested. And they still get a motherfucking attitude. So it's like you cannot win in these situations. And that's the scary part. So, you know, it's like those moments you have to go, is this gonna be my last one? Or you know what I'm saying? And I'm always on fight. I'm always on fight. So, you know, if they gonna hit me, we gonna fight, you know. But hell, these motherfuckers carry guns now and will shoot your ass right away. Oh, okay, bitch. Boom. So it's like those things are what's so scary in this world as a woman. And so one of the things needs to be addressed is men handling rejection, handling their feelings, understanding that you can't have every motherfucker. Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about getting my conceal and carry just for that reason. Yeah. I'm scared of guns, but hey, I'm about to get over that fear and go to get a conceal and carry because there's too much of that going on. And listen, if I what you need, Kylie? You bored? Where's your brother at? Where Malachi at? Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I do see why we need to have them. You know, and especially when I was, you know, not really driving and I was more on public transportation, I walked more. The street, baby, these motherfuckers ain't nice. Kylie, what are you doing? Yeah. Well, the thing is that I won't even say people are even crazier than they were. It's just we absolutely know more, which is a good thing. You know, um, well, you know what? I can see that because people ain't willing to shoot. I'm gonna be real with you. I know me. I know me. If I'm put in a situation where I think it's gonna be my life or yours, it's gonna be your life. That's for real. I know. So I'm not a hesitation kind of girl, and I honestly could say that about me. It'd be hard pressed for me not to hesitate and not shoot somebody. Right? Yeah, yeah. The quarantine ain't helping folks either. But I mean, that shit was going on. So yes, I think there's some people who will, as women, because we hesitate, we feel like, oh my God, should I do it? Should I do it? I'm not a hesitation type of chick. I mean, y'all do know the stories about when I jumped on my boyfriend's because he said he was gonna hit me, right? Okay. See, exactly. And see, but here's the thing that see, and that's the thing. But you know what? And here's what I want to say. I think it also takes other men standing up and saying, "Dude, that shit is crazy. You need to watch it. This is this. Stop this." If I think if other men would stand up and wait, what, Londa? Wait, what? Oh, I don't look like that type. Oh, back in the day, baby. I'm older now, but I ain't. I'm still as crazy as I was. Um, a lot of times they do and they don't say shit. Dude, Kylie, get off of there. She was fuck with my lights. Don't fight back. Get out the way. Yeah, if more men said that shit is not right, that conversation needs to be had. You know what I'm saying? Because oh, you didn't know I would beat up men? Oh, okay. Uh, okay, I was young. I was young, but okay. This was when I was young, Londa. In my early 20s. Yes, exactly. They really do need to work on their boys and handling rejection. But you know what? Okay, so here's a story. Couple of times. Okay. And I mean, I do it now. I would do it now if a motherfucker came at me crazy. Let me be clear on that. At 53, you come at me crazy. See, y'all see me here. My family know I'm crazy as fuck. Um, so here's what happened. Here's the story. Couple of times. So this is my ex. We were young. What was it, in our 20s or something? It was like early 20. I mean, God, was I even 20 yet? 21? I wasn't even 21 yet. This cat, y'all, in a second. Oh, okay. Hell yeah, fight him. In a second, y'all gonna see something. Get off of my lap. Let me see, can y'all see this little wench? Get off my laptop. Get off my laptop. You cannot get on the damn laptop. Kylie, shouldn't you be asleep? She's like, no, you're not asleep. Why should I be asleep? Go on now. Oh yeah, you gotta fight him. And that's the thing, is like, if you tell me you're gonna hit me, my immediately response is, oh, then I need to hit you first. Because I can't take a hit now. You might hit me and knock my ass out. So I'm gonna hit you first. It comes from my mama. My okay, hello, what are you doing? What are you doing, Kylie? What are you doing? You too fucking nosy in the middle of the night. What? Come on. Anyway, so my mother, my older sisters have a different biological father. My mother was married to the. It's a long story, but anyway, my parents were married at 19. They broke up. My mom got married again. What time is it out here? It's like 4 something in the morning. What time is it? Oh yeah, 4:09 a.m. And okay, so she had my sisters with her that husband, and so he was cheating on her. This is a mess. And my mama caught him on something, and she said she was laying down in the bed, and he came up to her and was like, he raised his hand like he was gonna hit her. And yeah, the witch is the Eastwood's daddy. Um, and he, you want to come up here, Kylie? You want to get on me? Oh Lord. Um, and so he raised his hand to my mama, and she said, "When you hit me, you better kill me." And so I guess he stopped. And then my mama, he was trying to leave, and my mama pulled the gun because there was a gun in the house, and she shot at his ass. And she was shooting. Oh, so crazy ass! You fucking shit up! You about to kill me? Listen, cat, come here. Come on, you want to get up there? Go on. You happy now? You happy now? Are you happy now? You just wanted to be in a chair. We call her the emotional support kitten because she likes to be right up under you. We call it ESK. She's an emotional support kitten. Because her whole thing to do is to be right there. Oh, and here comes Malachi. Oh, Lord Jesus. Now I got both the kittens in here. Okay, this should be good now. Because they both in here, so now they'll leave me alone. They'll play with each other. Thank God. We were discussing how we're going to do these kittens once B moves across the hall. And we decided they'll have weeks. One week they'll be over there. 1 week they'll be over here, so they can have, be with each other and play and everything. Because they do love each other. She shot him in the butt, but she swore she didn't. And her neighbor pulled her in the house and swore to the police they were in there playing cards. So she shot. No, she shot. So she did shoot him, but she didn't get caught up on it. That was like the 50s. So let me tell you though, he deserved it. He stole all my mama's money. He cleaned out their bank account. He cleaned up. Listen, I told y'all the stories about my mama and her sisters, right? This is the shit that happens in the middle of the night. Okay, so my mom, it's like it was 6 sisters, right? 6 of them? 6 of them. Yeah, 6 sisters. Aunt Ann, Aunt Evelyn, not Aunt Ann, Aunt Georgia, Aunt Evelyn, Aunt Arlene, yeah, it's 6 of them. Okay. So my Aunt Georgia had the tendency she was weak. She was kind of weak, she's that weak sister. And she would have issues with her men. And she's the weak one. So she don't let her call. I remember being a kid. I swear I remember this. I was I want to say about 6 or 7. And the call came through that Georgia was in trouble. That my Uncle Mac, her husband, boyfriend, whatever he was whooping her ass. Somehow the call got through that Uncle Mac was kicking her ass. So the sisters posseed up. Now my Aunt Ann was the oldest, so she didn't really get involved in this part of it. She might come, but she was not part of this part of it. But the sisters posseed up, go out there, and including us, because I had to go because I was a little kid. They couldn't leave me at home. I had to roll with my mama. And they went out there and pulled him out and whooped his ass in the yard. I remember that shit because it was like, what is going on? And it was like, I had no clue what was going on because I was a little kid. But it was like, So that was what would happen. So that wasn't the first. Apparently, that was not the first time that it happened, and it happened before for her. But yeah, so and I remember because this is for real, and this is why I remember this so vividly. My Aunt Charlotte, she was the real. My Aunt Arlene and my Aunt Charlotte were the real serious scrappers in the family. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. So apparently, my Aunt Charlotte would get like out of body, um, So one of the things that could happen is that she would, like, if she got really mad and like fighting like that, because I mean Aunt Charlotte was the big was this, and Aunt Charlotte was like little, had a limp. She was crazy. She would shit on herself if she got too mad. If she was in a fight and she was known for doing this. And I recall this because that day when we was all over there, I remember them being outside, and I didn't quite understand that they had pulled Uncle Mac outside and was whooping his ass in the yard. All I remember is hearing my Aunt Charlotte going, "Damn it, I done shit on myself." And I remember asking mom, and my mama explained it to me years later. She was like, "Yeah, you know, when Charlotte gets a fight, that could happen." I was like, "That okay?" And then I remember her saying that, so it was like, "Oh, I get it now." Yeah, but she whooped his ass. That was the last time he did that, though. I don't think. Just the truth. I was like, what just happened? And it's so funny because like the house, it was a bunch of us kids in the house. They had us in the house. It was like stay in the house, and they whooped his ass outside. It was like, oh, okay, and I right, yeah, she was still fighting, yeah, she was still fighting because she was in that moment. She was. I have such a weird family. I have such a weird family, I mean, from my uncle that was the fortune teller to my aunt who, it's a cavalcade of weirdness. It's a cavalcade of weirdness. Yeah, because Aunt Georgia was one of them types who she didn't fight. She'd be like, "Oh my god, oh my god," you always got that one, and so she was that weak one. Even though my aunt, let me tell you so that now, after all that being said, that's my Aunt Georgia though that I couldn't stand as things my Aunt Georgia did to me. You got. And when you're back in the day, you just had to take shit because this was your family, and you gotta listen to your aunt. My aunt taught me how to bow and curtsy because her friends were coming over. Her little group, her little club was coming over, and she wanted me to help, and help serve. So she taught me how to bow and curtsy for the ladies. No, bitch, I'm not. Yeah. And then my aunt was very bad with money. Yes, right. And so my aunt was very bad with money. At one point, they lived with us. Her and my cousins lived with us because something happened. She was always getting kicked out of some place. And she worked. She was a teacher. She made very nice money. But she would, like, fuck up her money and shit. And, whatever. And so they lived with us, right? There was a few things going on. The first thing was, which I kind of liked it in the beginning because she bought food. My mama was not a food buyer. My mom was very basic. My Aunt Georgia would buy, like the good shit that you want to eat, like the ice cream bars and stuff like that. That was not Sally. Sally was not buying that shit. So I was loving it. She one time she told me, Tweety, don't be going in that refrigerator. You have to ask me before you go into the refrigerator. So I told my big brother, I said, Auntie, she told me I had to ask. Now, at the time, because they were there, we had all this furniture in the house. Some of their furniture was in there that they couldn't put in storage. And there was like this little couch. I remember there was like a little love seat that they had to put in the kitchen. And there was a TV in there. And so her and my mom was sitting there a lot and watched TV. That was their little space. Girl, and this was just a townhouse. This wasn't even a house. This was a townhouse, a 3-bedroom townhouse. So my brother told me when they sit in that kitchen, go in there and just open up the refrigerator and just stand there. I sure did do it every time they was in there. Because he was like, because she ain't going to say nothing in front of mom. I was like 9 years old. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Sure am. But then, and this is when, yeah. Because I used to, that used to be my aunt I used to hang out with. Because my cousin Melvin, who's 2 years older than me, me and him used to play. So when they were living in my house, dead of winter, this is my aunt who, in the dead of winter, um, okay, we were going to school in a different district than over by my house because we had just moved over there. So it was the dead of winter. It was January. My cousin's school was here. My school was here, like right about here. My house was all the way over here. My aunt one day picked up my cousins from their school over here, rode past me, and took them home to my house. To my house. Now, here's the thing. Good night. I'm gonna be going to sleep in a few minutes too. So here was the thing. This was the 70s. Schools were different than they are now. They didn't have all those procedures. So I'm sitting at school by myself. I'm sitting there and right. Girl, yes, honey, that's what you do. Um, and so I'm in the school. They just left. They didn't call my mom. They didn't do nothing. They just called. I was like, when my mom, I was like, oh, somebody's coming to get me. Somebody's coming to get me. They left. The office people left me there. And then the janitor was in there. And then finally he told me, well, I got to lock up this school. So you got to go. I was 9 years old. These people just threw me outside. So I'm outside and it's cold. And then I'm trying to think, how do I get home? This is the suburbs. So it wasn't even the city. There was no bus service. There was nothing. No, they did not. They did not give anybody a call. So I'm standing outside and I'm trying to figure out how to, I mean, I knew how kind of the direction I knew, but I was like, but if I leave, what if they come looking for me? So I was kind of like in this space. It was like, okay, if I leave, because at that point I was good for going places by myself. I used to get on the bus and go into the city and go visit my grandmother. I would take buses and trains by myself. So getting around wasn't a problem for me if there was some transportation. Where I was at, there was no transportation. So I was trying to decide how to walk because I was like, I wanted to make sure that I walked the route that I thought they might be on. So in case they came to get me, I would be, there. So at this point, I'm thinking my aunt is running late. Something must have happened to auntie because, I'm still sitting at school. My auntie had went to my house with them. So what happened was my mama comes home. So my mama comes home from work. It's around 5 o'clock. She's like, "Where's Tweety?" My aunt then goes, "Oh my God, I left her." Now my cousins are sitting in the house. Everybody in the house, they know. They didn't even mention, "Hey, what about Tweety?" They all in my house. My mom rushes out to come get me. Her and my aunt Charlotte. My mom rushes out to come and get me and has a heart attack on the way. Might have been from being so worried about what happened to me. I don't know. But by the time I got picked up, my mama was on her way to the hospital from having a heart attack. And so, this is all happening and everything. And my father wasn't at home or, he was at work and everything. So daddy was very decisive. So when it all came out, because, it finally, because of course my father comes home to find out his wife's in the hospital. Everybody's dealing with that. So it took a couple of days before I told what happened. Yeah. So, because I mean, it was like a serious heart attack. My mother was in the hospital for some time. She was off work for some time. This was not like, yeah. So when it finally came out, why this the what had occurred, my father looked at my Aunt Georgia. He was like, "Pack your stuff. You and your kids have to go now." And he moved them out because we was already tired of them. Like, me and my brother was tired of them being there, and all this other stuff. Because my mama was one of them type of people who, "Oh, everybody needs some help, it's Georgia." So we was tired anyway. They had been there for like months. It was only supposed to been like they were only supposed to been there only for like a month or two. It was like almost 6 months at that point where they had been living in our house. And it was like we were tired of it. And my father was like, "Yeah, you gotta go." He was like, "Sally will not come back in this house with y'all here. Y'all gotta go." And he moved them out. He told them, "Get out. You gotta go." And that was that. I mean, they was still cool after that, but yeah. Oh, they really had. I mean, at that point, it was like, because, like I said, she drove right past me, and then it never even occurred. They were. I mean, they were at home for a couple of hours because I was outside freezing. I don't even know how that, because it was January. It was cold out there. Luckily, my mama, I had on my little snow stuff, so I had, my gear was tight, clearly, because I didn't freeze out there. But because I wound up sitting in school till about 4 something, and then that's when they kicked me out, and I didn't get picked. And when I got picked up, it was after dark. So it was well in dark because I was still trying, because I stayed around the school trying, because like I said, I didn't want to leave. Right, exactly. Yeah, so I didn't want to leave because I didn't want anything, because what if somebody came looking for me and they don't know where I'm at, so I tried to stay around the school, so I didn't, because I could, by then I probably would have been, no, not all the way home because it was quite a little walk, but I just couldn't remember the route that they drove. I didn't know the street names or anything. I was 9 years old, so I didn't know what streets to walk down in case they were to see me. So I just was around the school. When no cell phones, I didn't know anybody in the neighborhood. I was 9 years old. I knew not to go to anybody's house, and try to get some help because I didn't know anybody over there. So yeah, I was like, that's why I really don't fuck with my family too much because they crazy. I be like I had, and it's so funny because like I have a cousin who's always like, this is going on. Did you know about it? I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, you do understand I don't fuck with y'all, everybody too much. I go to family reunions and I'm late. I go to funerals, I'm late. I go to, the obligatory birthday party and I'm late. And I make an appearance and I leave. And I'd be like, okay, all right. Yeah. Oh, damn, I missed the pictures. And then I leave. I'm usually at a party for like 30, 40 minutes. I never stay that long. I rarely stay longer than 40 minutes. I'd be like, whoo, gotta go. Yeah. Because the thing is with family, you gotta love them, but you ain't gotta like them. And that's what I had to learn. You can love your family, you ain't gotta like their asses though. I swear to you, every time I go to a family function, especially on my mama's side, I swear to you, this is what they always say to me. Oh, we just finished taking the pictures, the cousin's picture. You just missed it. And I'd be like, oh, okay, darn. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Thanks a lot. But yeah. But those things are those things that make you strong, though. It's like, okay, this is how life is. But I think dealing with those type of things as a kid left me no illusions about people. You can't have illusions about people when your aunt leave your ass standing on the corner. So I am more realistic about people. I don't have as many like yeah, I'll be like, I'm not surprised when people do some crazy shit to each other. I'll be like, listen, I got the witches of Eastwick for sisters. You know what I'm saying? I got crazy aunts and uncles. So, you know, I just feel like spraying my face. I've been looking at this going, you should spray your face. In my head, I was going, you should spray your face. But yeah, is Amina still here? I know Amina is from the UK. Is Amina still here? She might have left. But you should say goodnight before you leave because we always say goodnight before we leave. Um, she has stumbled upon the middle of the night ramblings that happen on this channel. You never know what's gonna happen on these crack a dump middle of the night and tipsy. They have their own flow. You never know where they're gonna go. They meander. They meander. We get to talking about stuff. You know, we wax philosophical. Yeah, and I've been up a few times, Jenny. I said, I'm just gonna have to start doing my little midnight rambles again. Yeah, it's 40 people watching. They ain't gonna say nothing to me. Okay, let's try before we leave. Because I am gonna get off in a little bit. Let's try another one. Let's try another Amouage tonight. So I can make some decisions. What is this one? Oh, that's the one I tried earlier. Dia. I don't like that one. What's the other one I want to try? Which one is this? Lilac Love. I want to try this one. So we tried Blossom Love, right? Let's try. Are my schools going to open? We do not have word yet. I know that summer school is going to be online. It's going to be an online situation. And you know what? I have decided that the silver line, look at it, make a lemon martini with these lemons. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to because a lot of times I'm awake. I just been sitting here doing nothing, and this is at least kind of productive. Uh, so let's see what Lilac Love has. So it was I am taking this time, and I'm gonna really be doing a lot of this. Is working on learning how to teach online. Online learning best practices, how to really put together a really engaging class online. So that's my goal is to do. Now, here's the thing. Once they leave, I'm going to have my workstation over there. So that's my plan. If it looks like I'm still going to be working from home a lot, this room is going to have my beauty area, which is going to expand a little bit. But over where my bed is right now, I'm going to put another desk, and that's going to be my, workspace for work, workspace. Right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Lilac Love. Let's see. Lilac Love harmoniously recreates the lilac accord to experience animalic and powdery tones with a melodious balance of jasmine and rose. Sometimes when you read these descriptions, you just be falling in. Hi, Natasha. You just be falling in like, yes. The accord is delicately blended with top notes of gardenia, peony, and heliotrope. The floral scent is then refined with a gourmand heart of orris, cocoa bean, and tonka bean. Ooh, chocolatey. The warm tone of sandalwood also lends its charismatic sensuality and soft facets. Oh, wait, no, along with the suave richness of patchouli and soft facets of vanilla, creating a timeless floral symphony with a romantic, musky. Yes, to have a dedicated space. Yes, because I'm gonna put that over there, and then I'm gonna have like maybe a little. I'm gonna have me a little shelving unit over there that will house all my crap. Okay, so here we go. Which reminds me, I'm supposed to have taken a geometry book at that damn school. I didn't. Okay, so let's see how she gonna smell. Let's see how she smells. I'm looking at some paper just in case y'all didn't know. Let's put her on paper first. I got a piece of paper. Yep, nothing on this one. Okay, so we're gonna put it on person. Ray. This is strong. Okay. This was definitely strong. It was still stronger than Blossom Love. Okay, now I'm catching like the. It does sort of smell like lilacs because I love lilacs. I'm okay. I'm getting that cocoa and that tonka bean. Okay, this is kind of pretty. This is kind of pretty. I think I like Blossom Love a little more than Lilac Love. For everybody who's new, this is the Amouage Discovery set. Isn't it so cute though? This is their little tiny discovery set. It comes like in a book form, and then it's got the 7 in there, and then they give you um a little thing with. Look at Lilac Love though. Look at how pretty that is. Oh no, I don't want that one. Okay, I'm just joking. Yeah, the thing is with um okay, I do like it. On the skin it smells really pretty. The thing with Amouage, and that's what I was telling Amanda, Amouage is a expensive brand, but it has like this thing. Like some are just really beautiful, elegant, very elegant. Really, you smell them, you're like, oh yes. And then they have what they're known for. All right, see you, Shelly. It's good seeing you. They're known for really complex fragrances. So on one hand, you might see some that are like Blossom Love, just like yes, Blossom Love, yes. This floral series they did, and like Lilac Love is a little interesting. This is a little more complex, but they're known for really complex fragrances like Journey, like Interlude, and so those are type of fragrances. And I'm going to talk about them when I do the Amouage collection, where it takes a minute for you to see, do I really like them? How do they really smell? You have to wear them a few times to give yourself the time because they're so complex. They have so many notes. The notes are like so interesting that you have to really try them out to see what you if you like them. And that's what I've learned about them. Cause stuff I was like, nah, I like it. Then I smelled it again. I was like, oh wait a minute, this smells lovely. So yeah, oh yeah, this does smell good. It is a really pretty floral, and then it's got that little chocolatey. Yeah, I could wear this. I could wear it as long as I don't pay full price for it. I could wear it. Cause full price is like $300 and something dollars. No, no, no. I ain't got it like that. Well, one day I could, and one day, nah, but I still wouldn't pay full price. I am that. Right? Who wants to pay retail if you don't have to? Retail is for suckers. Every once in a while you have to pay retail, but like in general, hmm girl, that ain't nothing. Honey, honey, the fragrance world is you have no idea, honey. I don't know, Jenny. Honey, that is nothing by comparison to some of these prices out there. We look at things if until you really start getting into fragrances, you have no idea these layers. I have literally seen on FragranceNet, look up Clive Christian, Clive Clive Christian, and just look him up on FragranceNet and see if they have anything of his because sometimes they do. Look at the prices of his on FragranceNet, and you're gonna be like, get, damn it, because I looked, I was like, oh shit, are you serious? I mean, haven't you heard of everybody talking about Baccarat Rouge 540? Have you? Because a lot of times, folks are blending it. If you hear about Baccarat Rouge 540 by Kirchhoff, that's the small bottle, which is these sizes right here. This size, which is 70 mils, 2.4 ounces. They retail for 300. That Yep, exactly. Honey, Fragrance Du Bois. People talking about Fragrance Du Bois. That's an expensive brand. Roja Dove. That's an expensive brand. I'm like, okay. I ain't got y'all like that. I ain't got y'all like that. Nope, I can't do. I can't do them fragrances. I can do the fragrances that I can find on the on the low side. Where people are selling them, and I can get them at that price. Exactly. Yes, Clive Christian's in the thousands. If they ever went right, exactly. But I do like the whiskey smells good. I have one. I have a few that smell like whiskey. I got a couple that smell like whiskey right now. I just got them. I like a good boozy fragrance. I like to smell like somebody just poured Jack Daniels on my head. Just pour some Jack Daniels on my head. No, I have a couple I just got. Amber Fever and Precious Oud by Mancera have really strong whiskey notes in them. Precious Oud really does. You spray it on, it smells like, whoa, was that some Jack? Was that some Jack, y'all? What time is it? Okay, I'm about to get off in 4 minutes. It'll be 4:45. 4:45. 4:45. I'm gonna go to sleep for a little while. So anyway, we will have decant list night tonight. I'm gonna go over the decant list. What's on it? Why I put it on there? Yeah, got some stuff. And some stuff is starting to sell out. Because the way this is going to work is it's not like I'm going to you're welcome. You are welcome. It's not like I'm going to be doing this thing where I'm going to like repurchase perfumes just to sell to decant. Nope. It's going to be this is how many of this scent I'm going to sell, and after that's done they're going to be wiped off the list, and I'm going to hopefully put some new things on. So the list will be ever changing. So I will do updates on it, talk about what I put on there in case people want to know as I do it. But I'm not making this a business. I'm not making a business like that. I'm making this like just a little. It's like a little helpful thing for the channel. It's like it's a little help for the channel. So it's not about me making this into a business and I'm gonna buy these fragrances to sell decants of. Nope, it's got to be something that I bought for me and I'm gonna share it. So that's how I'm approaching it. So it'll always be an ever changing, list. So if we're talking about something and it's on the decant list, if you want it, might want to get it soon because once I sell out of that number, I've decided I will sell of that one. I'm not gonna sell anymore. It's just nope, nope. I'm gonna keep my bottles. So that's the plan. All right, y'all. It was good. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. And all of us insomniacs, let's go lie down and get us a little rest before the sun comes up. Bing! No, you know what? I don't really plan on it because I just don't think I'm not. See, here's my thing. Okay, the thing about the decants. Thank you for hanging out, Amina. So, listen, now you know something about me now. Amina is fun. Just so you all know, Amina's just started her fragrance channel. Before we all go, Experiencing Fragrances with Amina has just started her fragrance channel. She's over in the UK. She does some really good, interesting, niche kind of vibes and stuff. Right, you're gonna be like, oh, I know who she is. She crazy. When it comes out to the duds, I don't necessarily think I'm not trying to share duds. I just want to share the good shit. Now, what I might do is add in things as we go along. So as things go out, I might roll in some signorinas, stuff like that. But I ain't doing. Nah, if I don't think it's a good one, I ain't trying to sell it to you because then I don't want you to be saying that shit was tacky and she saved. And she just got her first 100 subscribers. That is so exciting when you first start out and you get. Listen, I'm still excited. Not really, but because I do not want to attach my name to anything bad. I want people going, yeah, she sold me this bunk ass shit. She was talking about it, but it was bunk. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. Talk to y'all later. Good night. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. We don't attach our names to no bunk now. Come on now. All right. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a great night.